This is TWiT.
Do you feel like we're living in a disinformation age? And the internet has enabled that? Is it now more than ever, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the internet is really driven by this very quantitative thing that it's very easy to find how many page hits a particular site has. And everything tends to be geared to that. Whatever will drive more sites. So you tend to have less analysis that you would have in a newspaper because you had an editor saying, this is what we're supposed to do. Now you can see that those, complex, heady analyses really don't get that many hits, whereas something about a celebrity's cat does. So you tend to get more of that. So it's really a difficult thing. And you really kind of have to choose to opt out of some of that. One of the things I mentioned in the book, which really in a certain way has changed my life, I used to have my browser set to open to a window showing Google News, because I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone. If I want to look up something, I could also very quickly glance at the news. This sounded very efficient and sensible. But what you realize is that even if it's good news, very valid news, it is a demand on your time. And if I'm supposed to be looking up something for work, it's distracting me from that. So it's very easy to change so that you just open to a blank screen. And that's what I do now. And I've probably saved about an hour a day just doing that. And I've had a lot of other people tell me that that's one thing they got out of this book that they really liked.
Absolutely. That resonated pretty hard for me right now because I've identified that in myself for quite a while now where I put the kids to bed, I sit down on the couch, and if I even go so far as to open Twitter just to see, because Twitter is less about following my friends, it's more about my constant access to what is happening right now, my news feed. And I mean, if I do that, I'm basically saying tonight for the next hour or the next 2 hours, however long it ends up being, I'm devoting to reading about news. And at the end of that, how do you feel? How do you feel that time was spent? It could have been spent in so many other ways. That resonated pretty strongly with me as well.
Yeah, I kind of go on an information diet. As I say in the book, I do kind of recreational browsing just from noon to 8 o'clock. I don't do it in the morning. And again, that makes a lot of sense.